Attention cryptocurrency holders, this is breaking news. We are repeating the same exact pattern that we have been repeating for 11 years. Each time we do it, the same thing happens next, but it catches the world by surprise. A lot of people get caught off guard, and a lot of people lose money because of it, but not you. You're going to see that pattern right before your eyes, because Bitcoin has not been hiding when it makes this pattern, but it does it on a chart that nobody pays attention to. But that stops now. Take a look. This has been happening for more than 11 years. It dates back to 2013 in the stochastic RSI. Take a look at what the stochastic RSI does. It gets above this yellow line, and as soon as we have a cross down, there is a major correction, oftentimes marking market cycle tops. In this case, in 2013, we had this top here, and then we had bearish divergence marking the absolute top. Fast forward to 2017, our stochastic RSI, right on schedule, gets right above this yellow line at the most explosive time in the market. And as soon as we have it cross down, it's an absolute top of the market, and the bear market starts. Fast forward to the next cycle, 2021, the stochastic RSI gets above this yellow line at the most explosive part of the cycle, right on cue, right on schedule. And what happens next? The market cycle top is in, and the bear market has started. Fast forward to 2025. Here we are, right on schedule, right on cue. We have part of the stochastic RSI getting above this yellow line. I need to explain to you the significance of this, because this is monumental and nobody is paying attention to it. That's why we've got breaking news, but it goes deeper. Something else needs to happen first, and then I need to explain to you what will happen next, because that is where it gets very, very interesting. Welcome, I'm Steve. Here we deliver honest, sponsorship-free TA with genuine value. Subscribe for a no BS approach that actually helps you. Subscribe. So here we are, Bitcoin US dollar index, and today we're on the 2-month chart. We have price action above our heads, and down here we have the stochastic RSI. Keep in mind, the stochastic RSI runs from about 0 up to 100. 100 represents really, really overextended with our momentum, meaning momentum cannot go above 100, and 0 represents no momentum. We're having an ample amount of trouble in the markets. In simple terms, we only reach up here at the hottest of hottest times of the bull, and we only reach down here around 0 when we're at the bottom of the worst bear markets in the history of Bitcoin. Plain and simple, you want to buy when we're down here, and you want to think about taking profits when we're up here. That's the easiest way to understand what we're talking about. But what I like to talk about is this as it pertains to momentum. Think of a rocket ship. When the rocket ship takes off, it looks pretty slow. It's going up, 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 up. And as soon as we start to lose momentum, the rocket usually starts to slow. And as it slows, it starts to turn. And as it turns, it starts to fall. It falls slow in the beginning, and then it builds up momentum. Same as the bear market. You can see when we're going up, we go starting up really slow. And as soon as we get towards the top, we're really fast. And as soon as we get towards the top, we start to slow down and start to turn. And when we fall pretty slow, but then we start to fall fast. That's what our momentum does. And those are the tricks you can use to make significantly more money. By the way, in the next video, I'm going to show you this chart, and you do not want to miss it, because XRP is about to do something it hasn't done in 2,000 days. Hit that subscribe button right now. You do not want to miss this next video. But back to this pattern, because it repeats every single cycle. And once it repeats, the exact same formation happens after this pattern repeats. And we are right on schedule. We're right on cue. So we've got to uncover what this means to you. 2013. what we see here is that we had the blue line and the orange line above this yellow line. And by the way, this yellow line is at 97. The blue line and the orange line are the fast and the slow line of the stochastic RSI. And one key point for us to really start on ground zero with fundamentally the same rules so we can look at this fact-based, not opinion-based of what we think is going to happen or what we hope. There's no hope or think. There are facts, and we need the fast and the slow above the yellow to mark tops, plain and simple. So 2013, when we had that cross down, that was our 75% correction that we saw in 2013. It was what we refer to as the interim top. Okay. Once we had that, we created ridiculously strong bearish divergence. What is bearish divergence? That's when we make a high in price and then we go even higher, right? So we go high and higher, and our RSI or any indicator goes high and then lower, which typically never happens, right? Which is why bearish divergence or bullish divergence is so powerful, because it's so rare. You can see it play out right before your eyes in 2013. Right? That signaling the market that something is dramatically wrong. When price goes way higher, but the indicators that you watch are going way lower, problem. A lot of people will buy in at the top thinking, oh my God, this thing's going to keep going up. And those that study the charts are like, whoa. We have a huge red flag coming in. We don't know what it means yet, but we're going to look for confluence on other charts and really hone in. And when you do, you can see it across a whole bunch of different timelines, bearish divergence in this time period, right? So you fast forward to 2017. We started with a double bottom in the market, turning into a bull, going slow. And as our stochastic RSI started to rise higher into the 80s, into the mid 80s, into the high 80s, into the 90s, into the mid 90s, as soon as we got in the mid 90s, we're above this level of the RSI, above 96, 97, with both the blue and the orange. And as soon as we had a cross down, it happened at precisely the market top. Tilt your phone to the side and subscribe. Right on cue, right on schedule, simple and clean. You want to look at a time to get in the market and a time to get out of the market. Look no further than the stochastic RSI. It keeps it simple, it keeps it clean, and it keeps it clear. And one area where everyone goes wrong is they think all of the money is made when you buy and when you sell. They think, oh my God, to make more money, I need to buy more and sell more. I need to do more trades. That's what everyone has brainwashed you to believe. That is completely untrue. There's nothing further from the truth. You can look at fact-based for any book, any trader, any investor on planet Earth who's really done it for multiple decades. They will completely disagree. They will say all of the money is made in the waiting. Keep that in mind and stay level-headed as we continue. But if you just use simple rules like, hey, I'm going to buy when the stochastic RSI crosses up on the 2-month chart, meaning you see this blue line here, you would have bought Bitcoin down here at the bottom at 177. Not a bad play. How about the next time? Well, you would have bought Bitcoin down here at 3,000. Pretty good play, I would assume, right? How about the next cycle? Well, we use this in our videos to call the bottom at 16,000 and 15,000 when 85 to 90% of the world disagreed with me, including the most intelligent people we have in different countries talking about world economics. They said that the bottom is not in. They said that 2023 would be a bloodbath. I said 2023 would be one of the best years on record for Bitcoin, and the bottom is in. And we use this chart right here as one of the many I looked for confluence that the bottom was in. And we just had a blue line cross above when Bitcoin was at a mere $15,000. Sounds like a pretty good investment to me, because you just simply buy and hold. You don't continue to buy and sell and buy and sell and get in and out and in and out and in and out. That's not where you're going to make your money. You're going to make your money in the waiting. So when you do that, you can see we started a bull run back here. We went into the bull. We had the stochastic RSI continue to rise, and we've gotten close back in May. Right? If we zoom in here to the stochastic RSI, back in May, back when Bitcoin shot up to, around $70-ish thousand. That's when we had the blue line, which is the fast line, get above this 96 level. But as we noticed in all of the other patterns, we had the blue line and the orange above this cycle, meaning that 70K was not the top of the market, because we did see the blue line move back down in an interim cross. But again, that cross didn't happen after both were above. So the pattern is still in play, plain and simple, right before our eyes. And then we look at it, we can say, okay, we have the blue line back above. That hasn't happened this cycle since May. And before that, it didn't happen since 2021. It's a rare occurrence, and we're above it as we speak. Literally, as you're watching this video right now, we are above in this blue line. And that means one thing and one thing only. That means that we have right now some of the highest levels of momentum in Bitcoin's history, dating back to every single market top we've had so far. When you look closer at it, the times that the blue line was above this level were literally the hottest in the market. Back in 2013, that's when we went from like $35 up over $1,000 while we were above here. In 2017, while we were above the blue, we literally went from about 2,000 up to 20. 2021, when we were above the blue, we literally went from 16,000 up to 70. Tilt your phone to the side and subscribe. These are huge moves. It's the hottest time of the market happens when the stochastic RSI on a 2-month time horizon is above here. Now, we do have one little curveball to throw in the mix. That is, when we see this close, it's going to throw a little curveball in the wrench. I'm going to explain more on that in a moment. But when we look at it, we can say, okay, we have the blue line above. I get it. I see it. How do we get this orange one above? And how long could we stay above? What if we just went above there a little bit and cross right back down? Could that happen as well? Let's dig into it. What we notice about this run is we stayed above that 96 level for about 250 days. The next time we stayed above that level for once again the same exact amount of time. Meaning in 2013, we stayed above in that hot zone where the market is just on fire. We stayed in that zone for 250 days. We did the same exact time in 2017. It was the exact same time of explosive matter. But in 2021, we literally had our orange line come up and meet the blue, but momentarily, and that bad boy crossed back down, and that was all she wrote. You can see that that caused that double top in the market, right? We were losing momentum, and we still had the muscle just to double top, and a double top is just a technical trend reversal. Anytime you see a double top on any time zone, on any time frame, it is a trend reversal, especially if it's at the top of a rally. Same for a double bottom on the downside, which is why the market typically double bottoms at the worst of the worst times, right? It's done so actually every cycle since 2015. In other words, for almost 10 years, every single cycle, the market double bottoms. It did so back here. When the COVID crash happened, everybody was like, oh my God, the world is over. And we were sitting here like the market just double bottomed, pump the brakes, everything's fine. You probably want to buy around 3,000 or 4,000 because the market just technically double bottomed, right? So you saw the same thing happen in the recent double and bottom, right? We had our first bottom here, our second bottom here. There was just bullish divergence that formed. So what we see happening before our eyes is textbook. What happens next is we need both lines to be above and we need cross down. We understand that we've got 3 prior data points. We further understand that 66% of those data points had about 250 days stay above that yellow line in the hottest time of the market, whereas our most recent market cycle just had a short period. So can we say with objectivity that and maybe precision that one thing is definitely going to happen over another. No. What we can say is we've got 3 data points. 2 of them, or 66%, happened about 250 days. The next one happened with a short period of time. We're probably going to be somewhere in that mix. But more importantly, we have to look at what is going to happen between now and the close of where we are. Because right now, we've got the blue above. And right now, the orange is not. By the time this candle closes on the 2-month time horizon, things could be dramatically different. What I mean is we cannot react to what we see right now in the market because this hasn't closed yet. Meaning, once we get to the end of February, we're going to be able to look at this and objectively say what is going on in the market based on factual evidence. It's kind of like if we were in the daily candle and we were looking at the day and the day is up and the day is down, we couldn't say based on some chart pattern that we know where we're going to close within the day. This is a 2-month chart. It doesn't close this month. It closes at the end of next month. So we've got time on our hands. By then, we could be in a situation where we have the blue line and the orange line above this line right here. And we could be in that hottest of hot zones. Or we could open up our eyes, maybe at some time in February, and we have the blue line and the orange line already below here with no official cross yet. Or we could be in a situation where the blue line and the orange line were above here, but already had a cross down. Those are the 3 scenarios that we're looking at, and there's just too much time to tell in between. But what we do know, based on all the facts that we see here, is that we are looking for both the blue line and the red line to get above this yellow line of 97 on the 2-month chart of the stochastic RSI, and we're looking for a confirmed cross down to mark the market cycle top. Before we get that occurrence, the market should be hot, especially if the blue line and the orange line are both above the yellow. Hit that subscribe button. I'll see you right back here in the next video. This bull run is our road to 500,000 subscribers, but I need your help. Today, tell one person about our YouTube channel, how we spit facts, go against the herd, take no paid sponsorships of any kind. Road to 500,000, let's go.